Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This week's video is going to be a cut crease video using the Modern Renaissance palette. So let's get straight into the video. So I've already done my eyebrows and foundation, contour, etc. so we can get straight on with the eyes. I'm going straight in with my transition colour, and the colour I've actually gone in with is burnt orange. So you would just want to blend just above your crease, and when I mean blend, you've got to blend, blend, blend. It does take a little while, but you will get used to it. So you want to do the exact same thing to the other eye. Because I've got hooded eyes, I have to put my colour just above my crease, but you want to do it a bit higher up anyway because you're going to cut your crease out. You'll find it a lot easier if you don't have hooded eyes. Just keep blending. I know it's a bit tiresome, but just keep going. It'll look better in the long run. So we just need to blend, blend, blend. Next, I'm taking the colour Red Ochre and I'm just popping that right on the crease, because you want the darkest part of your crease is where you're going to cut it, if I'm trying to explain properly. So right on your crease, because it'll look nice and blended, and then you want your lighter colour, which was the burnt orange, on the top. Try to go all the way in as far as you can to the inner corner. We are forever learning, one step at a time, as long as the And again, just keep blending as much as you can, trying to concentrate mainly on that crease, and don't forget to keep looking up just to make sure, if you've got hooded eyes like me, that your hooded eyes aren't hiding all the work that you've just done. I can't explain it in a way of words. And next I'm taking the colour Veteran Red and I'm just concentrating that on the outer corner just to give it that little bit more definition. And again, don't forget to blend it, and don't forget to keep looking up at the camera as much as you can, just to make sure you're not losing that crease. I'll go out of my own way. Then for the cut crease part, so what I did is I took my foundation that I used today, and it's the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I think mine's number 46. And then you're going to want any flat shader brush and pump a few pumps onto your hand, and then you're ready to go. So what you want to do is you want to pop this all over the lid. Take as much time as you want, there's no rush in this part, and what you want to do is get as close to the crease as you can and try and make the line as neat as you can. It'll take a few tries, and even I find it hard even now after doing a few of these. And then when you get to the end of your eye, just try and flick it out a little bit, because after this, well, a bit later on in the tutorial, I'm going to put in a winged liner on, so you need to remember that that wing liner is going to be there. So if you shape it, it's a lot easier when you do your winged liner later on to follow the shape of the cut crease that you've just done. And don't forget to keep looking up, because you want your cut creases to look the same on each eye. You don't want one higher than the other, and you don't want one flicking out higher than the other as well. It's a right pain. You know, even now it takes me bloody ages, but it is worth it in the end. So remember, keep looking up, and I think that looks okay. So I'm just patting it down because I'm going to set it in a minute to stop that foundation from creasing. And to set my eyes, I'm going to butcher this word completely. I think it's tempera. I think that's what the colour's called. It's just the plain one at the top left hand side of the palette, just to set it and stop it from creasing. because foundation will crease on your eyelids if you don't set it. I didn't even notice the cat jumping up there, but we'll let him have his moment in the spotlight. We'll keep the cat in. Go on. So next you want to go back into the colour Red Ochre, and I'm just using like a flat angled brush just to cut out the crease and make it crisp and clear and neat. Try and get right on the crease as close as you can and try not to press on as hard. As you get towards the outer eye, you can press on a little bit harder, and what I like to do is I like to blend it upwards. Do not blend it down into the foundation that you've just done. Keep putting layer upon layer until you're happy with it, and remember, just keep looking up into your mirror just to make sure it looks nice. And then you want to do the exact same thing on the other eye, remembering to press lightly on your inner eye and a bit harder on the outer eye, and just following the shape that your foundation's made. If you find that one eye looks different to the other, this is the time that you can correct it, because I noticed it were a bit higher at one side. So after that, I'm going to set it with my all-nighter Urban Decay spray onto the brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of gold glitter onto my eyelids. I just think it makes it look a little bit nicer, and it can change any daytime look into a nighttime look instantly. The colour I used was Primavera. I'm going to say Primavera, I'm probably saying it wrong like I always do. So I'm just popping that all over the lids, and I just keep spraying my brush with the all-nighter spray. It just brings out the colour a bit more. I'm just going back to my trusted original Urban Decay Naked palette, and I'm taking the colour Half Baked because this colour never lets me down, and I'm just popping it on top of that Primavera colour just to intensify it a little bit more. I also sprayed it with a little bit of Max Fix Plus, but I don't think I filmed that. I probably didn't, knowing me. Oh, and like an idiot, the camera wasn't filming, so luckily I realised halfway through and I can show you my second eye. So I'm just using the NYX liquid liner, I think it's the matte one, and I'm just winging that out. Yes, I've actually put that in the video, thank God for that. What am I like? I do it all the time. I think the camera's filming and it isn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow the shape of my cut crease. I find it a lot easier to do it this way, and it looks a lot nicer. So at the end of the wing, you want to go right up to the end of your cut crease and follow it in onto your lid. And I just kept having to go over this eye because I noticed the first eye that I did was a little bit thicker, so keep remembering to look up just to make sure it's equal on both sides. And I'm sorry if you can hear noise in the background, the washing machine has decided to be loud. So next is on to mascara. I'm using a MAC one. I'm using the one I got in the gift set, the Nutcracker gift set, and I've literally been using this every single day, and I feel like you don't even have to wear false lashes with it. It coats them so well, volumizes and lengthens. It's really, really nice, and I love that the wand's so small because you can get right in there and it's really good for your bottom lashes. So I'm going in with the colour Real Gar, and I'm just going underneath the bottom lash line and just taking it all the way across under my winged liner, and I'm just going to keep smoking that out, keep adding it, keep smoking it. It just brings the whole eye look together. just taking that Primavera colour just for a little bit of highlight on the inner part of the under eye. And then using the same mascara that I used earlier, I'm just going to pop a couple of coats on my bottom lashes because I cannot wear any makeup look without wearing mascara on my bottom lashes. I just think it just looks weird on me without. And then for lipstick, I'm just popping on MAC's Retro Look Red. I think that's what it's called anyway. Just popping that all over my lids, my lips, sorry. And I really like this because it's quick drying and it lasts all day. And the simple doe foot applicator just makes it so easy to apply. It's just the problem is my lips are wonky. I mean, I think most people's faces are out of proportion, so it does take me a little while to get it equal on both sides. And I also like to overdraw my lips slightly. It's just the in thing at the moment. I know you're not meant to overdraw your lips, but I do. So this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this quick sort of everyday look tutorial. It's quite vintage looking. Please subscribe to my channel, check out my Facebook and Instagram accounts. Thank you very much for watching and I will see you in my next video. And I'm just going to quickly let my hair down. I just thought I'd just keep the camera rolling as my hair was quite unruly this day, so thank you, bye!